I know that sometimes, look at what we try to do. We try to live our life based, and church does this all the time. Please don't be a church person. Try. There are laws. There are laws. Life is about laws. All of life is about laws. All of life is about laws. Another way to put it is something we call cause and what? Effect. All of life, cause and effect. We call it the principle of seed time and harvest. All of life is seed time and harvest. All of life is laws. So you need to discover the laws. Of course, that's a big deal. You know, we are disadvantaged at several levels. One, there are people of us who don't believe life is about laws. They don't believe it at all. They don't believe that life is about laws. So, to the extent that you don't believe that life is about laws, you are disadvantaged. Level one. Level two, there are those who believe that life is about laws, but they have not discovered the laws. That's level two disadvantage. You believe it, but you have not discovered it. Level three, there are those who believe that life is about laws, and they have discovered some laws, and they are not applying those laws. Right? Disadvantage. There are those who believe life is about laws, discover the laws, apply the laws, but they're not applying the laws consistently. Because it is to the extent that you are committed to consistently apply the laws that they deliver. You don't make great gains because you did something once. You make great gains because you are consistent in the path that you are going. Life is about laws. Say that with me. Say it again. In fact, say with me, life is about fixed laws. Say it again. Say with me again, life is about the interaction of laws. Say it again. Look at what that means. You see, if you step out of this, what do you call it, veranda here, there's a law that will act on you. What's that law? Gravity. Gravity will drag you and you will fall from here. And depending on where you hit your head, you will survive or you will die straight. So there's a law of gravity. But, you know, gravity is working on us here. Do you know that? Gravity is working on us here. But there's another law that is helping us to stay stable. The law of building construction has built this, what do you call this now? Floor. So we stand on it. Gravity is pushing us down. The floor is holding us up. So we are stable. So why I'm stable like this is actually because several laws are acting on me. I am at the intersection of several laws that are balancing themselves out, and I'm just fine. Does that make sense? We are taught something in school called centripetal force. Who remembers centripetal force? That's a powerful something they taught us. They say that the sun is here, and this is where Earth axis or something like that. So this is the Earth. There are two forces. So we are all calm now, we are enjoying ourselves. The reason that we're doing this is because life is about laws and also the interaction of laws. There is a law that is pushing us, this Earth, towards the sun. There's a force pushing us, pushing us, pushing us, pushing us. What's the name of that one? Is it centrifugal or centripetal? Is it petal pushing us to the sun? Okay, it's a petal, right? So centripetal is pushing us to the sun. So the force is here. Pushing us. Go to the sun, go and get burnt in hell. There's now centrifugal force pushing us this way. So because God is smart, these two forces meet here, of course, balancing themselves out by the rotation and the revolution of the earth. Right? You know, the earth is rotating and revolving. Do you understand that? So that movement, rotation generates force. If you start doing like this now, after a while, something's happening to you. Okay? So these forces balance us out, and we're just fine here drinking tea without knowing that we are actually at the intersection of laws. So, if you have the law of aerodynamics, that is all the principles that come together to make a body lift. There is a speed at which if you run, your body will become light and you can fly. If you run. In fact, if you run, like if you are running on a slope, right? If you are running on after a while, you can't control yourself again. Your body wants to leap because you have generated force. That force you are generating is countering gravity. That's how planes fly. One of the reasons, of course, with all the other gadgets now, that when it is flying, it can now control itself. Life is about laws. Success is about laws. And if you don't know those laws, you will not succeed. What you'll be doing is guesswork. And that's what church does. Church makes us want to succeed by guesswork, by I believe it, by Jesus is Lord. That's not how to succeed. You succeed by laws. God said, while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter will not cease. Why? Of course, day and night. Because this is subject to laws. If you eat, you will go to toilet. It's a law. If you eat and don't go to the toilet, something is wrong. They don't say, if I say to you now, if you eat, you must go to the toilet, and you say to me, I've been eating since last year, I'm not going to the toilet. Those around you will vacate. Because this is a law. So, if you want to be a successful person, live your life according to laws. Find the laws and apply the laws. However, there are also situations where you have exceptions to the law. Watch this now. Exceptions. Of course, these exceptions are explainable. For instance, anything that falls out here, gravity will drag it down. But if you throw, if you blow balloon, right, and release it, it goes up, right? Now, first of all, that's an exception, but that exception is explainable. How do you explain it? You explain it in the name of another law. It means that the weight of that balloon is lighter than air. Right? When the weight is lighter than air, it will float. The same way if you put ball inside the mirror, it will float because the weight is lighter. However, my problem is Christianity, the one we practice, makes us to build our lives not on the laws but on the exceptions. Let me tell you, this I've said now is heartbreaking. It's tear-bringing from the eyes. We want to live our lives. Watch what happens in church. It is the game of exceptions, not a game of laws. Do you understand that? I want you to be really sober about this thing. We glorify. That's what Jesus, when Jesus was there. After a while, Jesus says, I cannot stay here. I have to go away. They say, don't go. Say, I'm going. You know why? Because while Jesus was here, he was operating by the rule of exceptions. So Jesus comes and there is 1,000 person and he heals one person. If he heals one person, what difference have you made? 999 people, they are still sick. So what Jesus wants is to go away so that we can create a system that makes this thing available to everybody. So you have the pool of Bethesda something, okay? Yeah, so somebody is sick and they go to the pool of Bethesda and they put that person. And then when the angel comes and turns the water, one person will enter inside that place and be well. That's not good. Do you know it's not good? Who does not know it's not good? You don't know why it's not good. That thing is terrible. Pool.